Good morning and welcome to another adventure. I'm going to be just getting a taste of 4 different states. We're not in Washington, and the first one is today. Again, this will just be a little sample because I don't have a ton of time. And the first one is going to be North Dakota. Then we'll go to South Dakota, Wyoming, and Nebraska. I actually lived in Wyoming for a while. So where we're heading exactly is I'm going to stay on the west side of North Dakota, South Dakota, and Nebraska. And the first place that we're going is Theodore Roosevelt National Park. We're in North Dakota at a scenic view, just along the freeway. We're almost to this national park. Well, it's too hot to leave Frodo in the car, so this is our look behind the visitor center at Theodore Roosevelt's first cabin that he lived in when he was in North Dakota. It was actually 7 miles from where it stands now. It was moved here. We are right here, and we're going to go take this 14-mile scenic loop drive and stop at the viewpoints before going back to our campground. In 1883, Theodore Roosevelt came to the Dakota Territory to hunt bison. Later, following the death of both his wife and his mother, he returned here to heal and grieve. He bought a cattle ranch and credited frontier life and this beautiful rugged landscape for shaping his presidency and his stance on conservation. President Truman established Theodore Roosevelt National Memorial Park to honor the former president, and later on President Carter made it a national park. The red color of these rock outcroppings is due to iron being oxidized, even though it's called Scoria Point. Scoria is an igneous rock, which these are not. Beautiful. Look at all the little domes and hills. Definitely a really cool landscape. I hope you're enjoying this scenic loop as much as I am. This is the beautiful Badlands of North Dakota. I'm really excited to be seeing them. I've never seen anything quite like this and nothing so extensive. I was really hoping to do some hiking in the park. Some of these are just very short, but it is 89 degrees outside, so I can't leave Frodo in the van for any length of time. And of course, dogs aren't allowed on national park trails. So we are just taking this 36-mile scenic loop and looking for wildlife and looking at the Badlands. There's supposed to be one of the best overlooks coming up. I think it's called Boycourt. And then we are going to head to the campground, Cottonwood Campground, and we'll check that out as well. We got some more things in store for you tomorrow as well in North Dakota. That was really cool. About to leave Frodo, I got out my binoculars and I did spot some buffalo and even a wild horse. So I'm happy anyway, and let's continue this drive. So I was at the Boycourt Trail, now I'm at the Boycourt Overlook. And this is where I saw the bigger herd of wild horses. They're right out there. I lost them. There they are. After enjoying the scenic drive, we got to our campsite at Cottonwood Campground. And we're gonna just take a walk through the campground in the south unit of Theodore Roosevelt National Park, and it is full. All sites are taken. These are their pull-in sites, which I thought I was getting. We're not supposed to be getting this view because we had to step on a tiny trail, and now Frodo is gonna get arrested. Just kidding. What do you think, bud? Nice, huh? It's a pretty little campground, very peaceful. After dinner, I could hear turkeys, so Frodo and I went on a walk to find them. Just closing up our day here at Theodore Roosevelt National Park. Tomorrow we will see some more of North Dakota. Returning to our campsite, which is right over there, and look at what I see. We are not going to be able to go this way unless he goes a different direction. We're going to have to go back the way we came. God, he's huge. Oh my God. There's the bison right there, and there's my van. I would have a great view if I was in my van right now, but I don't think I should cut so close to get to my van right now. Well, I made it safely to the van, and look, he is right freaking there. There's my barbecue in my chair. Oh, this is so cool. What a beauty. What a beast. He's both. He wasn't too sure about that blowing hammock. Good thing it wasn't red. Good morning. You ready for a day of adventures? Want to see some more bisons? Want to go for rides? Good morning. My co-pilot went back to bed. Okay, we have 2 more things in North Dakota to see. I know I'm just barely seeing this state, but I've really loved what I've seen. I've had a goal for years to hike in every state, and I'm in my 50s, so I really need to get going with that. I only had a handful done, so we're adding another handful on this trip. We're starting out today with another scenic drive called the Enchanted Highway, and then we're going to do a hike, which should be pretty cool. The bumps on the Enchanted Highway were not cool. An artist and former teacher, Gary Greff, came up with the idea to make these some of the world's biggest metal sculptures as a way of bringing in tourism and saving his town. The various sculptures were inspired by different aspects of North Dakota. This one is called Fisherman's Dream. All of these sculpture areas are both kid-friendly and pet-friendly, so it's an invitation to get out, stretch your legs, and enjoy this art. Well, that was our look at the Enchanted Parkway, but it was a really beautiful look at some of North Dakota's farmland. The sculptures were interesting, and I did see one pronghorn, but it was way too far away to get it on film. I know a tongue twister about pheasants. I'm not the pheasant plucker, I'm the pheasant plucker's son, and I'm only plucking pheasants till the pheasant plucker comes. Try saying that 3 times fast. Now we are at our next stop. We are at the White Butte Trailhead, and we're about to hike to the highest point in North Dakota. I am so excited that we are the only ones here. We have it all to ourselves today. This is all on private property, but the property owner allows people to hike here. This shows a map of what we're going to do. Some history. So beautiful with all these flowers blooming, the grass just rolling like a green sea. What a great time to be here. Well, there's supposed to be over 30-mile-an-hour gusts today. We were trying to get an early start so that we could avoid that. But they're starting and they just ripped my hat right off my head. This is a gorgeous hike, so beautiful. Time for some switchbacks and some climbing. Volcanic ash and bentonite clay give White Butte its color. There's our destination. Woohoo! We'll sign in. Right now, there's nobody in the state of North Dakota that's higher up than Frodo and I. There's the fan way down there. They get blown off this mountain. Gotta hold my hat or it'll blow away. Well, that was an awesome hike. The wildflowers are just popping. I'm here on the 10th of May. The wind is a little windy, but it's a price worth paying for this hike. I highly recommend it. What a joy. And to see so much of this gorgeous landscape in all directions, just as far as the eye can see. Little fluffy clouds everywhere, just adding some character to the sky. I wouldn't want to be here in a storm, but I wouldn't want to be here if it was crystal clear either with no clouds. I'll meet you back at the van. Your ears are going to make you fly away. Should I put you down before your ears make you take off? That was a great hike. That was 1.8 miles round trip with an elevation gain of about 550 feet. I just was not expecting it to be quite so amazing as it was, and the wind actually added to it. Watching those prairie grasses blow and the day with the fluffy clouds, just everything was gorgeous. I'm super stoked to have done this hike and to have achieved the highest point in North Dakota as part of my look at North Dakota. That also wraps up everything I had planned for North Dakota. The next stop today is going to be in a different video. I'm grouping these by state. The next stop is going to be in South Dakota. So it'll be a little bit out of order, but not too bad. I really see the beauty of this state. Like, at first I was being blasted by the wind, and things just weren't quite going right, it seemed like, and suddenly it just clicked in and everything was almost spiritual. Just an incredible state. Thank you so much for joining me on this look at North Dakota.